It's the one cold day of the year in Miami, so I get to wear a turtleneck. Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit more of a chatty one. I want to talk you through 8 brands that I would really like to try in 2018. Before I get into this video, I would really love for you to hit that subscribe button down below and the notification bell. Today's notification shout out goes to Lycan Terry. I hope I said your name correctly. Thank you for having my notifications on. And if you would like a shout out too, all you have to do is turn on the notification bell to be notified for all of my future videos and comment hashtag notification squad down below. Without further ado, let's get into this video. I have these brands listed in like categories, so to start with the drugstore brands, and the first one is Flower Beauty. This is the brand created by Drew Barrymore. I am super excited about this, and I don't know why I didn't try anything out in 2017. I think it's because I barely went to the drugstore even, like, at all. Definitely want to give Flower Beauty a try. I want to try the sponge because everyone raves about the sponge. They say it's like the next best thing. I believe it's $10 for the sponge, and that's really comparable to the Beauty Blender, which is $20 for a freaking sponge. It pisses me off. I definitely want to try the sponge because, you know, a cheaper sponge that's actually really good would benefit my life greatly, honestly. I've heard that the blushes of Flower Beauty are really good. They're comparable to the Milani ones, and I love the Milani ones, not the baked ones, but the ones that are like normal blushes, not the baked ones. So I really want to try the blushes. I also want to try the lipstick and the liquid lipstick. Flower Beauty seems to be a brand that's growing fairly quickly. I mean, it is run by a celebrity, so I guess that would be why, but I definitely want to check out Flower Beauty in 2018. The next drugstore brand I want to try is Essence Cosmetics. I've heard great things about this. I definitely want to try the powder. A lot of people have been talking about this All About matte powder, and they set their under eyes with it. That doesn't cause flashback, I've heard. Definitely want to try it out for myself and see how I like that. There's also this lip art palette that I was really interested in, so you can create your own, I think, with the lip and the eyeshadows as well. They're like single eyeshadows, but like you create your own palette. Now with this, I don't think you can actually get this at a drugstore. Like you can't just be like, hey Walgreens, I want this eyeshadow and this eyeshadow and this eyeshadow and this palette. It doesn't really work like that. I think that's something you have to order directly from the Essence website, but it's customizable palette, so that's pretty cool. It's like buying a Makeup Geek or a MAC palette, but drugstore price, hopefully the same quality. I definitely want to try out the eyeshadows and see if they're any good too. I've heard the Essence mascara is good. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but I've heard it's really good as well. I definitely want to try that. There's a bronzer that looks really pretty. It has some shimmer, but there's also contour powder that I want to try from Essence as well. The Essence lipsticks I heard are really good formula, and they're $4.99, so I definitely want to get on that, although my lipstick collection could not be any bigger, to be honest. I don't need any more lipsticks at all. Like, I should be on a lipstick no buy, but I'm gonna talk about a lipstick that I'm definitely gonna buy in like a couple weeks, like later on in this video, so I don't know what I'm talking about. The next brand that I definitely want to try is also a drugstore brand, but it's a little bit more of a, like, it's a high-end drugstore, if you know what I mean. Like, it's one of those drugstore brands that are like, are you sure you're a drugstore? And that's Number 7. They're most known for their skincare, and I definitely want to try their skincare because if you can find good skincare at the drugstore, like, you're good to go, man. It's a really good option, whereas buying something like what I'm using right now is like $80 to $100, and I'm not even 100% sure that it's working on me. I have so much acne right now that it's like I think it's because of the holidays though, but whatever. They have this anti-aging serum that I definitely want to try, and they also have this facial oil that I want to try because I was also trying the Farsali oil as well. You know, the one that comes in the white tube that you see all the Instagrammers like dropping all over their face. Yeah, I was trying that. It's really good, I'm not gonna lie, but that one's like $40 a bottle, and I think this one's much cheaper. They also have a vitamin C serum, which I've been getting into a little bit now that I've been derma rolling. Vitamin C is really important after you derma roll. They also have a lash serum, which I don't really need that much help with my lashes, but you know, a lash serum would be nice to try out anyway. I've never tried a lash serum, so it would be really interesting to try one from the drugstore. But the thing that I'm most excited for Number 7 is actually the foundation. It blew up this year. Everyone was trying it, and I just never got around to buying it. There's 2 options. There's a matte one, I believe. The Stay Perfect is the matte one, and then the Lift and Illuminate is the luminous one, and I kind of want to try them both. Sometimes I'm a little bit more into a matte foundation, but other times I just want the luminosity of a luminous foundation, so it just depends on what I'm feeling. I have a ton of matte foundations in my collection. I also have a ton of luminous foundations in my collection. God knows I don't need any more foundations, but I definitely want to try it out anyway. So moving on to another category of these brands. This is like the middle, let's say the middle class. I don't know, because it's not really that high end, but it's also not drugstore. Obviously, you can't even buy these in the drugstore at all. The first brand is Melt Cosmetics, and I'm definitely interested in their eyeshadow stacks, especially the Rust stack. The Rust stack definitely looks like it's right up my alley. It's these warm tones shades, and it's just like really pretty. And our one stack costs $48, and I believe it comes with 5. I think I'm gonna buy them. The next middle class brand is Zoeva Cosmetics, and I've wanted to try them for years. I can't even tell you. When I see people using Zoeva brushes, it just looks like they're so luxurious. They're not like the price of like an e.l.f. brush, but they're also not the price of a MAC brush. They're somewhere in the middle, and I think that they would be really great to add to my collection. If you look like right here, this is my vanities right in front of me. I have a giant collection of brushes. I don't need any more brushes. You can never have too many brushes. So I'm gonna find some excuse to buy a Zoeva brush. Every year I'm like, I'm gonna buy one Zoeva brush this year, and I never do because I just end up buying the cheaper alternative at the time, but then they don't last me as long. For example, Morphe, it's a great brand, but it's very cheap and like cheaply made, so it falls apart really quickly. I've had to throw away many a Morphe brush. I might as well just buy a Zoeva brush that's a little bit better quality and probably gonna last me a little bit longer. I've also heard great things about their eyeshadow palette, specifically their Cocoa one. It's Cocoa Blend. Yeah, I love the look of that palette. I don't know, I've heard the formula is great. I don't know for myself obviously, but I definitely would like to try that in 2018. Now we move to the higher end brands, and I'm going to start with the lower of the higher end brands, and that would be Kevyn Aucoin. It's pretty high end, but it's not as high end as you can go. I want to try so much from Kevyn Aucoin. Let me just read down the list. Alright, there's a Neo bronzer in there that I really want to try, but it's $58. It looks really cool though. Like, I've heard so many great things, and on top of that, I really want to try the contour book as well. I can't remember who it was, but I saw somebody use it like the other day on their like tutorial that they were doing. There's so much static in here. Oh my god, my hair. Nobody told me about this. The contour book looks amazing. There's also this powder glow, and I'm assuming it's a highlighter. I believe it's a highlighter because I've seen people use it before, but I just didn't know what it was called. But it looks so amazing. But that's $37. I'm not spending $37 on a highlighter, to be honest. And along with that is a bronzer that's $48, but it looks so cool. It's like very shimmery and pretty, and it probably looks really good on the skin. Another thing from Kevyn Aucoin that I would really like to try is the Electro Pop eyeshadow palette. I believe this is newer, and it has like a bunch of pops of color. You can buy Kevyn Aucoin at Sephora, so I might be using one of my VIB sales this year to buy Kevyn Aucoin because I definitely want to try it out. The next higher end brand that I want to try is Pat McGrath Labs, and I've heard great things about this brand, but the only thing that I've heard of is her lipsticks, and I think she has liquid lipsticks now. Each lipstick is $38, which is quite pricey to me. I used to think MAC lipsticks were pricey when they were $16. I mean, I definitely want to try at least one lipstick from her range this year. I've heard great things about them. The formula is great, but I just want to try it for myself. The last brand that I definitely want to try is something that I know I'm gonna buy like in 2 weeks. So every year for my birthday, I buy myself a really high-end lipstick. Last year, I believe it was Armani. The year before was Chanel, and then I got a YSL one at one point and an Estee Lauder one another time. Like, I just buy myself high-end lipsticks, like one a year for my birthday. That's my birthday present to myself. My birthday is in a couple of weeks, and I definitely want to try a Tom Ford lipstick. I've been wanting one since I decided to do this for myself, buy myself a high-end lipstick for my birthday. Every year I'm like, I'm gonna get a Tom Ford one, and then I never do. This year is the year I'm gonna do it because I've been dying to try a Tom Ford lipstick for so many years, so I'm gonna do it. I've heard the formula is great. Jaclyn Hill has one she really loves, and I think I'm gonna end up buying that one. It's a nude, and obviously when you buy higher end lipsticks, it's wise to buy a nude just to make sure you like the formula before you go and buy the colors, and then the formula sucks and you spent like all this money on a color that you're never gonna wear. I would also love at some point in my life to own an eyeshadow quad. What do they call them exactly? Eye color quad. Each eye color quad is $85, which is ridiculous to me because it's a quad. It comes with 4 eyeshadows. I find that ridiculous, so I'm not sure that's ever gonna happen. By the way, each lipstick is $54. I know for sure that in 2 weeks I'm gonna buy myself a Tom Ford lipstick. It might even be in California because I'm gonna be in California for my birthday, so that's gonna be fun. So those are all the brands that I want to try in 2018. Let me know what brands you want to try in 2018. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!